People of Earth, good evening. Welcome to this edition 81 of Nation News. It's been a long road until now, until the edition 81 since we started. In the meantime, things have changed on Earth. A lot of things have come up to the surface that were dormant and invisible to the public, thanks to the work of everybody. Everyone getting involved in their own awakening, focusing on their own power, their own seeking for their frequency, for who they truly are. And because we irradiate our frequency, we have greatly helped this planet shift into a higher density. In this edition 81 of Nation News, we will hear about the voices of inner Earth that will tell you their insight and their feeling about this change. And through this change, I will take you by the hand to discover also a wonderful civilization in the Buddhist constellation. So with everything that's going on, it's going to be very exciting. And now, have you fastened your seatbelts? Because it is time to engage. Achilles has been a guide to the bloodline I am borrowing in this avatar on Earth. He is a man of Earth, and he became a friend of mine when I embodied this existence. He guided me in my early years, and still through to this day I have contact with him. He lives in a beautiful place, deep down under the Baltic Sea. And he has contact with different people involved in different kingdoms in inner Earth. Achilles is a wizard. He's from the ancient time. And as he will tell you, he is a man of Earth. So it is very interesting to hear about how the people of inner Earth are experiencing this shifting of Earth, Gaia, Terra, Ki, into a new area in the galaxy, a new area of blossoming, of contact, and of awakening. Here's for you, Achilles.
Everything is easy when you put your heart into it. Many of you came from the stars and are temporarily borrowing our bloodlines to perform your mission. These bloodlines you are borrowing carry a special level of particles that can be activated by connecting with Source. Not all bloodlines on Terra have this ability, but you who come from the stars have chosen these bloodlines with these abilities because these genetics are mixed with a formidable heritage already coming from the stars, connecting to the stars and bringing the stars into the earth. Remove any shoes, anything that is between your biology, your skin and the skin of Gaia. Terra is the planet. Gaia, its consciousness. We of the Shai from the Agartha world are interacting with Gaia on a higher density of consciousness of this planet. Feet on the ground, head in the stars. You are the tree, the portal, the infinite pillar. Descend and rise. Extend your being in both directions, as above, so below. Symmetrically stretch yourself as the roots of a tree penetrate into the soil and find their way between the stones. Your consciousness extends and expands towards the stars and finds a way in the cosmos. You are unlimited. Do you remember? You are not this body. Anchor is the roots of these trees that you are. You are this portal anchored into the soil very deep down below. You see Gaia below you as your consciousness rises above it. Your head is in the stars. The magic unfolds in between. All these millions of stars shining around you are part of your consciousness, and your consciousness is part of them. Feel their presence, feel all the higher consciousnesses of the stars and all the energy that is around you in the cosmos. Take it in. Take it in, drink it, the nectar of the gods. The alchemical nectar that will transform everything. Drink the force of the universe. The elixir pours within you, golden, blue, green, silver. It regenerates you and makes you as powerful as you are. You know who you are as you allow this elixir coming from the stars. Pure liquid starlight to flow down into you, touching the ground. And as the elixir of the liquid stardust touches the ground where your feet are, the whole planet shimmers and shivers. Gaia whispers and sighs with pleasure, and the stardust goes in the roots of your being under her skin. She whispers with pleasure, she drinks the nectar of the stars, the breath of the gods. The liquid stardust that will make her heart shiver with love. Everything that is under her skin, all the intrusive, poisonous, invasive beings will be also transformed. They will lose their power and dissolve and be evacuated without resistance. The nectar of the gods, the liquid stardust, the elixir from heaven is the antidote. It is what destroys, burns, and dissolves all that is not wanted in an organism. This is pure liquid mercury, the alchemical mercury made with liquid stardust. Let it pour through you into Gaia, and it will fill her veins and chase away all the viruses, all the poisons, all that is intrusive. You can do this at the scale of the planet, as you can do this within your body, within your being. This is my gift from my people. This is only the start and the beginning. More you will discover. Speak on the threshold of the wells, speak, whisper to the bark of the trees, sing to the winds, and we will hear you We always hear you. You just have to listen to our voices calling you to step into the new Gaia. She has awakened. It is your turn now.
The voices of Gaia are being heard all over the planet, but also out into space. Earth is radiating its own frequency, her own frequency. In the last years, we've approached a zone in the galaxy of a higher density, which is in truth the average normal density of the Nataru galaxy. We have started by entering into this zone by a buffering zone that is made of bubbles of higher density. And then we slipped slowly into it, and now we are fully into the stable, big fifth density area of the galaxy. While we have been doing this transition, there was no way to escape it because it was a trajectory of the solar system throughout this galaxy. Sooner or later, we were going to enter it, and the dark knew it, and they tried everything to stop it. And now they're trying everything to tie you down to the old paradigm that we've left, that you don't experience the new one and you suffer. That's what they do. That's how you recognize people, beings working for the dark. They will enjoy with your suffering. They will have no empathy. And they will take pleasure at creating division to better conquer and reign. But that time has gone. It's gone. It's gone. Because this new density, the fifth density, dragging everything of this star system with it, I will explain you how it works. When a whole star system moving around the galactic ecliptic is entering this zone, the normal zone, everything is going to vibrate faster. That is what a higher density is. It's a faster rate of vibration between the atoms. So it's a faster physicality. And in this physicality, this new physicality, the transition is going to be complete. It's a whole star system. Nothing is left behind physically, nor in vibration. Everything is transposed now into the higher density. And those who do not want to adjust are in dissonance. And dissonance is pain, is suffering, is internal conflict, and conflict with actually everything around them, because everything around them has shifted to different frequency. And they are there vibrating slower, and there's a discrepancy, and this occurs as suffering. They need to stop being in a paradigm of anger, resentment, attack, conflict, and just allow themselves to let it go and come there. A difference, a shift happens not like a wave that swipes through the star system. It doesn't happen like this. It happens first by changing the frequency of the star. A higher frequency is always experienced brighter, because when light is faster, it becomes brighter. And the star is going to be brighter. You've seen the sun, our star, shifting into a white color. And when you were a child, for those who have my old age, you were used to the sun being yellow. Now it's white, nearly clear white, because it's shifting. The light is shifting. And then from the core of the sun is going to, because it is quantumly entangled to the heart of all its planets by gravity, it is going to then broadcast this new frequency into the heart of all the planets. And the planets are going to shift. And the planets are going to shift to their own frequency, their own rate, because for some planets, everything's fine. But for Earth, it's been a hell of a chaos since 372,000 years ago when Enlil created the actual deep state. The Earth has been such a challenge. So there's a lot of darkness that is coming at the surface at the moment because it is exposed. This is what the apocalypse is. The revelation of what was hidden. It is coming at the surface. When you clean a swamp, you drag all the mud at the surface. Then everybody sees it and how it stinks. But before, the water was so calm, it was an illusion of stillness and cleanness. But you need to clean the bottom of the pond. That is what is happening at the moment. And at the moment, there's a lot of apparent conflicts, but these are only on many levels. The change. Everything's coming up at the surface. People who don't want to change paradigm are fighting. There may be wars intensifying on some parts of the planet, volcanic activity, seismic activity. Everything is moving into a higher frequency, a higher rate of vibration. And of course, the Earth vibrates differently. The vibrations of everything, matter, physicality is changing. That's why you have seismic and volcanic activities. And also the weather patterns, more wind suddenly. But that is just adjustment. And the same, not even metaphorically speaking, is happening in people, in animals, in everything around you, in nature. And this year and the years to come, the harvests are going to be more abundant because the energies have changed, allowing more abundance. And if your heart is in tune with Gaia, as is nature, you will receive this abundance in your life. Be in tune with your own frequency, changing. Acknowledge your shadows coming out of the surface and go, wow, that was in me. I'm embracing it as part of me, and I let it go with love and peace. For you cannot let it go something that you haven't owned. We need to be honest with ourselves. The way we were functioning on the old paradigm is not the way we are functioning now. And there are some tools we do not need anymore. And there are new tools that we are awakening in ourselves, that were there waiting for this moment. In this shift, you are experiencing a new connection with not only your star families and your families of Earth, for those who are true Earthlings, but also a contact. Time for contact has come because the people of Earth are now understanding what space is. It's a scale of densities where everything is bound by gravity, gravitational scalar waves. And in this shift, we are now at the same level of the average level of density of this galaxy. Same level as the physicality of the Galactic Federation of Worlds, who don't need any more density belts or genetic manipulation to actually live on Earth, because they've been there since the 1940s, collaborating with the White Hats. But now we are at the same level. And now you can have physical contact without the need of technology with them. And that's why first contact is now happening. It's going to happen more and more and sooner than you think. There is no rumors of delay in the plan. This is deep state operation to make you lose hope, because you create your reality. If hope is in your heart, if you know that you're ready for contact and that contact is coming, they are coming. If you manifest the delay, they will wait. That is how it works. We have great power with our minds. And the dark state has always known that. What we manifest happens. That's our power. And now, the technologies that were stored secretly in the fifth density, the physicality of all it is, well, those generally on the galactic plane. These technologies stored in arcs, halls of records, are now accessible to the people. So there's a bit of a fight. There's a bit of a fight of the deep state to finally try to get these technologies. But the halls of records and the arcs are protected by frequency shields. No matter how the deep state is trying to get into them, the technology is repelling them, because only pure hearts can come in. Pure heart is resonance. And resonance is a frequency of love, because love is the medium that binds everything together. And these technologies, if you enter with a good heart, a pure heart, with the intentions of selflessly share these technologies with humanity, the consciousness of the place will allow you in and welcome you. The halls of records are opening their doors. The inner earth people are opening their doors. It is time of contact, because also your brothers and sisters from the stars are descending. Look up, they are here. And in this beautiful vibe of contact, I am taking you now to the Butes constellation to discover a fabulous other human civilization, the Kahim. And now, be ready for the journey with love. The Kahim are a human Anach colony from the nearby Ohora, Arachnara or Arcturus star system. They separated from the main Anach civilization on Tarashim when the Ra, supreme ruler or high king, Anu, and his court left the Arachnara system to relocate to Sirius B. At that moment, the Kahim wanted to break away and build their own culture in another star system, just as the Jedi Anunnakini decided to do when they left for the Aldebaran star system at about the same time. Although the Aldebaran colony has played with both organizations, the Kahim are not members of the Galactic Federation of Worlds. They still consider themselves part of the Anach Empire and relate only to Anu. At the head of the culture, Onshar Kahim is a hereditary governor. The Anachim, or Anunnaki, generally operate on a system of monarchy and bloodline privilege in all aspects of their society, everywhere in the universe, as if it were in their veins. Interestingly, they believe in genetically based privileges where only a certain bloodline is entitled to rule. It has to do with the frequency of the DNA, with its specific psychic and intellectual abilities. The Anachim may appear to be a patriarchal society, but they believe that the bloodline is transmitted through the females. In Anach society, males and females have equal roles and consideration, as is natural in any culture that has reached a certain level of evolution. The Kahim never visited Earth and are neither part of the envoy programs, although they played a role in the Orion Wars, helping the Black League resistance.
Star Nation News was brought to you by Elena Danan. Don't miss the latest news every Monday on Elena Danan's channel. Video directed by Stefzak.